Ciao. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you, on you. Put you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
Okay, what's going on, y'all? It's Santana, better known as Aubrey, when I'm doing these more personal, spiritual type videos, because this is less of the whole chi-chi, let's talk about it, and all of that, and more of like real life, spiritual, all of that, and what's going on. I wanted to do this video, and just letting y'all know now, the comments will be turned off. Simply because some topics I just don't want the back and forth on, because some topics aren't meant for engagement. Some topics aren't meant for a debate. It's YouTube. A lot of people, not just, not necessarily saying within my subscriber count. I'm just saying it's YouTube. It's a public platform. And a lot of people on YouTube, they rush to respond. They listen to respond versus listening to hear. And so just to be able to communicate effectively and make sure that people are actually hearing what I'm saying, for this video specifically, I want to keep the comments turned off, because again, it's not really about it's not really about going back and forth or debating. It's literally about just what I'm saying and the messages I'm trying to get through. Okay, so with this, we're not going to be here long. I know I always say that, but I'm really gonna try to not make this a super long video, because it's really not that deep. I want to start this off by saying and reminding you guys to protect your energy. There's a lot going on, and I kind of want to make some sense of what's going on. For me personally, I am psychic. I am a light worker. I'm a healer. I am an astrologer, a tarot reader. I like to consider myself a spiritual therapist. I'm all of that and the above, right? But everybody is different. And so when you're on TikTok or YouTube, everyone's different. You have tarot readers, you have astrologers, you have people that do tarot and astrology. You have people that are gifted intuitively. Then you have people that are gifted intuitively but can also read cards and then also into astrology. Like, everyone is different. So with these elections that's been going on and who's going to be president, who's not, everybody has different divination tools that they use. For me personally, I don't give a fuck about elections. I personally put it this way. Cat Williams said at the beginning of the year, it's not about whose side that you're on. It's not about this or that. It's about the side of God. And that's what it comes down to. I'm one of those people who feel like we are living in a matrix and everything is a show within a show. And so it's not really about whether you're red or blue or this person or that person. It's all the same shit. And it's about, okay, who's going to be the face for these next 4 years, or what character are we going to put on stage now? Because that's a little too complex, I often keep that level of thinking to myself, because we live in a day and age of 2024 where if you don't say what people want you to say, then people automatically outcast you, and then you get made to look like a sheep, and then it's like, oh well, you must be voting for Trump, you must be a Trumper, you must be and it's just like, no, stupid, neither candidate is technically right, and it's all a shit show, and it really technically does not matter, because what's going to happen is going to happen regardless. You have your plan and then you have God's plan. And so it's a lot that I've been seeing on my timeline. And so, like I said, I don't give a damn about elections, but I still feel certain things, and I also get downloads. And because I've also put out predictions and whatnot before, I just wanted to come through, clarify some of my predictions that I put out, as well as kind of help ease up some of the stuff that I'm seeing out there. because everybody has and uses different divination tools. That's one thing that people need to understand, because one thing that I'm seeing that a lot of people are saying is, oh, fuck all of these astrologers because astrologers got it wrong and da 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 da. I can't speak to any and everybody else. I don't know how everybody else works. There are people that are, and I mean like the real astrologers, not the people that's just like, oh, well, Donald Trump's sun sign is this, so this is why he's gonna. No, there are real life, like, expert astrologers that are pulling up multiple charts, progress charts, Saturn return charts, like US charts, like all of that. I can't speak to none of them because that's not what I'm doing. Okay. I just told y'all downloads that I felt. And so for me personally, and we're gonna get into it, what all of my predictions were and how I have come to where I'm at now. But it's not over. It's not over. And there are a lot of things that's going on in the background. I don't necessarily agree with the whole, oh, fuck all the astrologers and fuck the psychics and fuck the prop. Like, people got to relax. People got to relax. People got to relax and understand that there's still God's plan and God has ultimate say. And we are in a space where we're constantly going through different timelines, right? I am one of the people who have said since the beginning that there are two different timelines where they both win. And I am one of the people who have said since the beginning that I saw both of them winning. And now that we are here on November 6th, 2024, I'm able to better explain that, because now that we're here and I'm in the current energy, now it's making a little bit more sense to me. But we'll get to that. Let me see. Was there anything else? I also don't like that a lot of people are like, oh, fuck all the Latinos and fuck all of the, like, y'all need to relax. Fucking relax. Because if we started talking about all the hair braiding shops and all the motherfuckers in the hood and like, don't listen. And this is where black people, this where you start losing me. Let's not start becoming bigots and start becoming supremacists because we didn't get our way, or you feel like you didn't get your way, or you feel a little lost. I need for us to set the example and be the standard. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's not start getting crazy and start calling out all groups of different people, because people forget that we still have wars that are coming. World War III is allegedly coming. I'm gonna say allegedly for protection, but if you've been around my channel for any amount of time now, you will know I've been saying since goddamn 2021, wars are coming. World War III, Civil War. So like, it's just I need people to. Some of the hate that I'm seeing on TikTok and Twitter, calm it down, because y'all grouping all groups of people together, not knowing who you're offending. And I get that it might be jarring to find out certain groups voted a certain way that you didn't like, but you're still offending a whole bunch of people. And I just don't think that's okay, because on the flip side, anytime anybody say something, when it comes to us, we want to protest, we want to march, we want to do this, that, and the third. And like, let's be fair. Let's lead with love. Let's protect our energy. And let's leave it at that. Okay? Now, moving on. Let's go ahead and get into these tweets before I take it somewhere else. But please remember, protect your energy, meaning the energy that you send out, but also the energy that you receive. And lead with love. Let's leave it at that. Let's keep it cute. Okay, lead and be the example. So back in 2021, I sent out a tweet and I said things ain't gonna be better till 2024 when Joe steps down and Kamala takes his place. Oh, but what do I know? I said that on September 22nd, 2021. Then on April 21st, 2021, I said Kamala will be your next president. This is 2021. Then on August 24th, 2022, I was tweeting with the Mutual and they said, at this point, who is running against Joe and Kamala in the next race? And I said, Kamala is next up. Now, keep in mind, I've told this story before But back in 2016, I had a song called Exposed that was really popular at the time. And one of the lines in the song was the fact that Donald Trump could be your next president or something like that. And the original line was the fact that Donald Trump is your next president. But because it was at a time in 2016 where I wasn't really comfortable letting the world know that I was psychic, it was way before 2019, way before any spiritual awakenings and things like that. And, still new on YouTube and whatnot. I just wasn't sure how people would take that. So I ended up changing that line in the song because I didn't want, like it was just, I don't know. I had a very weird feeling around opening up and expressing that spiritual side of my life because times was just different in 2016. Like people didn't really start becoming I didn't become like super spiritual online until 2019. And in 2019, that's when I realized like, okay, people do understand. There are other people that get it, but in 2016, I didn't feel like people would. So just to not seem like a creep or a weirdo or whatever, I ended up changing the line in my song. And the song was super fucking popular. If you know, if you don't know, bitch, it ain't going back online. You better find that shit on SoundCloud. But the original line was, that Donald Trump is your next president. But I went back to the studio, re-recorded, changed it to the fact that Donald Trump could be your next president. Like I said, I didn't want it, But nonetheless, moving forward, 2023. I posted, and this is before, because remember in 2023, everything was, oh, Donald Trump's going to jail, he's going to jail, whatever. So wasn't nobody even thinking about this man running the second term. Everybody was just like, oh, he about to be convicted, he about to go to jail, whatever. So I had tweeted out, if Trump doesn't win 2024, someone from the family will in 2028, and a woman will 2024. Okay, so in other words, in 2023, again, we were not, I don't, maybe you can Google when Donald Trump like announced that he was running a second term, but in August 2023, that was not even a thought that he was going to run a second term because everybody was focused on him going to jail. He had not announced. So it wasn't, it was just a random insight that I got, random download that I got that I tweeted out, which is what I usually do. I get downloads and I instantly just tweet it out because one, confirmation, that I can go back to, like I can always search up my name and then what I said. And then two, I just like to put it out. So like I said, I tweeted basically, 2024, if Trump doesn't win, then it's going to be a woman that's going to win. But that was right there where I was saying 2024, expect the last two candidates to be Trump and a woman. Okay. And I said, Biden is tapped out, too many health issues. There's no way he's running a second term. And I have been saying that since 2020. And mind you, again, that was August 21st, 2023. Okay. Then on April 24th of this year, I said, so by election time, LOL, I promise y'all, November is about to be the biggest shit show y'all have ever seen. The secrets that will come out, plus a Trump second term. Now, mind you, we're in November, and I'm going to get to what this tweet means. Obviously, right now, a lot of people are thinking Trump is going into a second term because he's been declared the winner, right? But in April, even in April, I said the secrets that's going to come out because I knew something funny is going to go on with this election. This is not a regular election. This is a once in a lifetime election. I don't want to bore y'all with the astrology of it all. And this is where I'm a little bit different than other people. Because when I was saying that people are all over TikTok, like, oh, fuck the astrologers and da. I don't get into the charts and I don't do all of that. That's, I do when it comes to like a personal reading, but when it comes to like these presidents and the United States, I don't care that deep. I don't. So if I see something and I realize, oh, well, the astrology backs it up, then it's something different. But like I usually just go based off of downloads, right? That's it. So that's why I say like you have to consider the source. Like everybody's giving predictions, but not everybody's predictions is coming from the same place. Some people are literally hearing from God. Some people are hearing from spirit. Some people are just receiving downloads. Some people are, getting it from the astrology. Some people, like, everything is different. And astrology doesn't necessarily, it's not always 100% accurate depending on what it is that you're looking for. But astrology can paint the story of how something can happen, right? Which we'll also get to on how that's going to affect Trump and Biden. Or actually, I can just say it now because I might forget. Well, I'll get back to it. So I said then that there was going to be a lot of secrets that came out, and there will be secrets that come out. Now, if it's going to be super, super public knowledge, or if it's going to be one of them things where it's secrets that come out maybe internally, and then we find out later on, like, let's say like a year from now, like, oh, this is what actually happened during November when, like, y'all know how shit be going down. Like, it's a big story, and then we don't really know shit, and then like a year or two later there's a documentary, or like there's a whistleblower that's like, this is what was really going on when you thought this was happening. Like, I don't know. Either way, it's a bunch of shit going down right now. And I said this in April. I said a Trump second term, and I put question mark for a reason, because possible second term, but the secrets that's about to come out. And I told y'all it was going to be a shit show. I've been saying it all year. Hold on. Then on May 17th, 2 days before my birthday, I said we may not even have an election. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around exactly what's going to happen, because I just know that Trump is being pushed. Meaning to win. Like, I know that Trump is being placed as the winner. Okay? Trump is being pushed, meaning Trump is being placed as the winner. Right? That's the projected, that's what we want. That the energy that I was feeling is we want Trump as the winner, right? And I also said in that election time is going to be a shit show once again, but it might be a rigging, a tragedy, a terrible tragedy, or no election, but something's happening. Now, I will step in and say, I do believe that rigging is going on, and I do also believe that there's about to be a terrible tragedy, which is something else I've also been saying. And I don't know if I have any tweets that I would have to remember what I typed in, because I know when you start talking about assassination attempts and stuff like that, like, I try to be mindful with how I tweet, and then I might put, like, instead of like TRUMP, I'll put like TR star MP. So I don't know exactly what I worded the tweets to be able to get off the point that I, the downloads that I was feeling. But I had said that there was going to be 2 assassination attempts. And I thought that the second one was going to be successful, and it wasn't, which is when I then realized, oh, there might be a third. And then I heard some stuff yesterday that made me realize, oh, that could possibly happen within these next 2 weeks, because I didn't realize that Trump was still in the, here's the thing. We have astrology transits that happen. And so anytime transits happen, it promotes certain energies, right? So let's say, for instance, right, if you have Uranus transiting through your 4th house, that whole time Uranus is going through your 4th house, because Uranus is the planet of chaos and destruction and upheaval, and the 4th house is the house of home. All the time that Uranus is going through the 4th house, that whole time, that energy is going to give plot twists within your home. So you could move a lot. You could constantly have things going wrong in your home. You could constantly have guests coming through, people moving in, whatever. But like, you're in that energy. And there's 2 things going on right now. Because I'm trying to find the best way to say this. I'm going to come back to it in a second, because this is more towards where I need people to shift their focus. But remember this tweet right here. Then in July 12th, I said, LOL, are y'all ready to start listening to me? I've been publicly speaking about Trump and Kamala running for president for years. I've seen this outcome coming. It really all depends on which reality we get shifted into, because they both win in alternate universes. But I've been told y'all, and this much is true, they both win in alternate universes. And I know that's such an easy thing to say, such a cop-out it seems, but no, they both win, because honestly and truly, it does not matter the person. That's why I'm not the YouTuber that's sitting here like, did y'all vote Kamala? I hope y'all voted Kamala. Oh, fuck Trump, because all of that shit is a show. It's a game. Like it's performance. It's performantism, y'all. It's not real. It's not real. It's the game that Americans play, but it's the Truman Show. Like it's not real. It's not real. But I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, because when you walk so far on the edge of being different, then you get looked at a certain way. So I just let y'all play the game that's designed for you to play, and I mind my business. Okay, I'm not saying at all. Listen, I'm not Team Trump at all. Okay, I actually like Kamala a lot. Okay, but what I'm saying is that in the grand scheme of things, characters on a show, y'all are being entertained by a show, then constantly let down when there's a plot twist when you've already watched the show. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, I've been publicly speaking about Trump and Kamala running for president for years. I've seen the outcome coming. It depended on which reality, because honestly, it didn't really matter. Wars is still coming. Alien discourse is still coming. Like certain things are still coming. And that's what true astrology points to. It's like certain things are going to happen regardless. Once Uranus settles into Gemini and then it starts squaring off with Mars and all of that, wars are going to happen. Certain things are going to take off. Pluto in Aquarius, certain things with technology is going to take off. It does not matter who. All it does is flavor, right? Who's in charge in terms of presidency? All it does is flavor how it happens, right? You know what I mean? Like you might have a president that is able to, smooth it over with a few more countries, or, maybe I don't even want to get too deep into that and then start talking about shit that I don't know, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. You still have the same major outcomes. It's just the flavoring of how it happened. That's all I can say, flavoring. Then July 22nd, I said, there is not going to be an election and Kamala is winning by default. And people are going to be pissed, but it's all a part of the death of patriarchy and God's plan. Okay. And I've been saying that Kamala was going to win by default all year. By default. Now, I did not know what that means. Like, I don't follow. I'm not the election girl. I got to keep saying that. Okay. So when I'm saying it's not going to be an election, it's feeling like, girl, that typical, I don't even know how it truly works. Like that typical, oh, we're gonna know by midnight what's going on, then we're gonna party. Yeah. I didn't feel that happening. I honestly and truly didn't even think that it would get as far as counting state votes and whatnot, because the way that different places was burning ballots and all of that, which I also had predicted and put out there, which came true. I felt like it was gonna be so much going on that we wouldn't even get to the point of, being able to count different states and whatnot, but that ended up still happening. Then on October 9th, okay, and I wanted to include this for a reason, okay, because I did say, about Jersey and NYC being flooded out and major evacuations. But I've already said before, when it comes to like huge, big world predictions like that, that's hard to govern. It just truly is. That's hard to ever get right in terms of accuracy. But I still stand by those predictions. I just feel like the timing, I don't know and will never know, but it's going to happen. And I put my entire life on that. When it comes to these major evacuations that will be happening, Jersey and NYC getting flooded out. And what else did I say? I had said in another video, California, places in California going underwater. Oh yeah, all that stuff is just a matter of time. It's just a matter of when. But that type of stuff, it could literally be like, oh, you feel it now, it don't happen till 2032. So, just that's not really important right now. Okay. What I wanted to focus on was on October 9th, I have wrote delayed winter results, Kamala. And I wrote also another assassination attempt. Okay. And then, of course, I wrote WW3 and Civil War backlash in 2025. Okay, because whoever becomes president, that's what they're gonna have to deal with. That's gonna be their backlash. Is that, well, we had to go to war under your presidency, like that, and that's why I'm saying, like, astrology is pointing to certain shit that's going to happen regardless of who's in power. But whoever is in power is going to always get the backlash for it. Like how people keep being like, oh, well, when Trump was in office, we didn't have to pay that much for groceries. Well, yes, certain planets was in certain signs and transits. Like, it does not matter who is in charge. Like, certain things are just going to happen. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Like right now, Pluto entering into Aquarius, this is was always going to be the age of Aquarius and the age of technology and community and all. Like it don't matter who the fuck about to be right. Like we still was going to see what we seeing now with the rise of robots and technology. Don't matter who in charge. Okay. But as you can see in the as you can see with the tweet that this is attached to, I said October is going to be crazy. November will be a shit show. 2025 was going to be life changing, like 2020 COVID life changing. July 21st, I said y'all are right. White women are voting Trump. Kamala is not winning from the votes. Okay, but voting won't even matter because she'll be winning because she'll be the only candidate left. Hint, hint. For the last few months, I've been saying Kamala wins by default. Some shady shit is gonna happen. It could be Trump's first. It could be Trump first, and then a power grab, and Kamala ends up winning, or the power move could be no election. But that energy is weird. That's what I tweeted on October 17th, and then on October 27th, I said, "What y'all gonna do if Trump wins, but then Kamala steals the election?" Now, let's talk. Because I went through a lot of tweets and things that I've said before, and since 2020, I had felt that Biden was going to step down and that Kamala was going to step up, and it didn't dawn on me until yesterday that she has to step up. If memory serves me correct, let me check right now. Let me just make sure. Our current president is still Joe Biden. And so that, like, it didn't dawn on me until yesterday that because here's the thing, y'all. And I'm learning to be more careful when I get predictions, because there's predictions and then there's thoughts, right? There's like, okay, here's the prediction, here's the feeling, but then there's a thought. And my prediction since 2020, like as you saw with the tweets, was that Joe Biden was going to step down because of health and Kamala was going to step up. And you get carried away with reality. Like during the summer, what happened? We saw that Joe Biden announced he wasn't going to do a second term and that he endorsed Kamala. And so, I'm like, oh, okay, my prediction came true. But like, it wasn't until last night that I realized, like, wait, Joe Biden never stepped down. Kamala is still vice president. He never stepped down. And it got me to thinking, because so many psychics and astrologers and TikTokers and all of that, everybody was on the page of saying they didn't see an election. We all kind of got that same download that we didn't feel an election, that there was going to be delayed results, that Kamala was going to win. And I was always feeling like Trump was going to win, but then I eventually started feeling like Kamala would. Okay. I knew that I knew that Joe was going to step down and Kamala was going to run, but I always felt like Trump was going to win. But then, as of recently, I would say maybe like the last year or two, I started getting downloads that Kamala would win. Now, obviously, when you think about it, that doesn't make sense, because it's just like, okay, bitch, is Trump winning or is Kamala winning? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing, right? What are we doing? But now that we're actually here in this energy, right? Like, we're actually here during election time. And then I'm remembering like how I kept saying secrets are going to come out, shady shit is going on. Basically, here's what I'm gonna say. I do feel like, and also too, you have to consider the fact that we're going into Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is all about communication being fucked up, and as well as technology being fucked up. And we're in the shadow period, which starts Friday. Go figure. While we're in elections, right? And so I knew that during election week, people were going to blurt out shit that wasn't necessarily true. People was going to rush to communicate certain things that wasn't necessarily factual, whatever. And so I feel like that's what's going on right now. I feel like while the projected winner is Donald Trump, I feel like there is some shady shit going on. I don't know if it's cheating. I don't know if, if they rushed the count. I don't know if they purposely left out those 20 million extra votes that apparently was there for Kamala. I don't know. But for me personally, I felt like Trump would win, and then somehow, some way, due to some sort of power move, power grab, Kamala would end up winning. And I still feel that way. Now, in a rare turn of events, I have to just be honest with y'all. It is possible, in a rare turn of events, it's possible for JD Vance to win. That is also a reality. That is also a timeline that is out there. And I'm just saying it for just in case if it happened, that it was a possibility. Okay. But I do feel like with this Trump situation, there's some shady shit going on, because I just showed y'all the tweets. I've been saying that Trump was going to win 2024, but then eventually I switched up and I started saying that Kamala was going to win. But I kept saying purposely by default, because that's how I felt. I felt by default like she's not going to win the natural way. She's not winning by votes. Ever since she announced her running, I knew she's not getting the vote. This is why I don't get into all the politics and, oh my God, did you watch the kid? Because it's a shit show. It's for entertainment. This is what I keep saying. It's all for entertainment. It's all literally for entertainment. None of that shit really matters, because people are thinking, oh, it's way more. No. Oh, Kamala got it in the bag. Kamala got it in the bag. And it's just like, are you sure? Are you sure? Just because in your head, that's the fantasy that you've attached yourself to, and you believe that's reality. Y'all keep forgetting a lot of people, they don't even give a damn about who the people are running. They are loyal to their party. They are loyal to their color, to their off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and I think a lot of people get swept up in that fantasy. Oh my God, Kamala's here to say it, but Barack Obama's here to say it. Like, and everybody doesn't operate like that. And so for me, just being a realist and just understanding how people work, I don't get caught up in a fantasy. I don't get caught up in a, like, because everything sounds good on paper and it looks good, and it's just like, okay, well, we gotta, even if you don't like Kamala, we got the lesser of the two. Okay, you still got to understand everybody not operating like that. So at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like that makes sense why, for me, I was feeling like both would win. Because for the last few weeks now, I've been feeling like, as we got closer to the election, I've been feeling like Trump would win first, or rush to say that he won, or the media would rush to say that he won, and then somehow, some way, it's going to come out, if not this month before inauguration, that it's actually something else. Or I'm not really sure what a contingent election is. That's something that's been on my mind the last week or so, which I guess was supposed to be like, if you don't win enough electoral vote, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just saying that this is a different type of election than we've ever had. Pluto is exiting Capricorn, about to go back into Aquarius. The United States is also going through its Pluto return. Like, it's a lot going on. So there's never been an election like this before, and there will never be an election like this again. And the projected winner is not going to remain the winner. So Hopefully it does not end up being JD Vance by a really random strange turn of events. And hopefully it does end up being Kamala. Now, what I also want to say that I said I was going to say earlier that I said I would wait to say. Remember when I was talking about astrology transits and the energy and whatnot? Well, there's certain energies that's going on right now, astrologically speaking. We do have a full moon that's coming up. I'm not going to bore y'all with all the transits, but what I will say is that Donald Trump needs to be very careful with his health. Now, people in positions of power, they also study the occult, they study spirituality, they study astrology. They would be dumb not to at least have a great astrologer on their team. And astrology points to a lot of different things. And I will say that when it comes to Donald Trump, well, when it comes to both Donald Trump and Biden, health-wise, it's not looking good. Health-wise, Biden most definitely could go through some sort of like major health crisis to the point where he literally has to step down and he cannot finish out until inauguration. And it's like, Kamala, you have to step up as active president right now. And that would also make sense why, for me, I felt I saw both of them as president. All I can do is talk about the downloads that I've received, and then it's my job to try and make sense of it. Sometimes I get more from everyday life, or I'll see things that'll strengthen it or whatever. I don't know until I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving certain downloads and then we find out. So I'm telling you right now, in terms of health for Trump and Biden, it's looking crazy. There could even be another attempt. Okay. Flying is something that Trump should watch out for right now. You know, not looking good in that area. And like I said, in terms of Biden, health flares and things that he dealt with before, like especially during the summer, it can very well come up again and make it so he cannot finish out his term. And then somehow, some way, Kamala is forced to step up as the active president. So that could also be it, where it's like Kamala loses this election, but she has to step up as the active president. So then it's like Joe Biden goes from being president to Kamala president, and then Trump gets in as president for 2025. Does that make sense? Like, that's the type of shit that we're dealing with right now. That's the type of energy we're dealing with now, is that it's some unwritten, off the wall, off the cuff, never before heard of type of shit that we're dealing with now, that we like, that has never ever happened before in life and never will happen again. That's the energy that we're dealing with now. Like, really chaotic, really unstable. I can't even believe that shit just happened. That's why I keep saying, do not underestimate and think that there's not a possible chance that JD Vance can't somehow end up president. So I'm keeping it real with y'all. I'm telling y'all what the energy is. I've been accurate this far. Like I said, when it comes to like hurricanes and stuff like that, like I'll be wrong about that any day. Nobody wants to sit online and brag about people dying and death, because that's ultimately what that brings. And a lot of times, believe it or not, it can be judgment that happens that causes, like, that's a whole other topic to get into. And I don't even know if I want to do that now, because earlier when I was talking about people mocking other races and mocking, spiritualists and whatnot, people were also mocking God and mocking people who believe in God. Like, I get that everybody upset, but don't sit and get upset at people that's like, yo, we may not have been able to put Kamala in office, but like, let's just focus on God and heal it. Like, and y'all telling them shut the fuck up. Like, that's why America is where the fuck it's at now. That's exactly why these hurricanes and floods and tornadoes and all of this shit is higher than it's ever been before. Because y'all are sitting here mocking God. But when judgment comes, like, and I'm not the person that's stumping a Bible or in church and all of that, but like, come on, that like some of y'all just take it too fucking far, and it's all performatism. Because it's like you complain for 2 seconds and then you return back to your fucking life, and then you sit and act like you don't know what the fuck is going on for the next 4 years until it's time to vote again. Like, do not get me started. Some of the shit that I'm saying is just getting too disrespectful. too disrespectful. Like I understand if some people was wrong. Okay, if a true hardcore astrologist was wrong, and okay, but don't lump everybody together because you believed in one astrologer that may have got it wrong. Now everybody out here is fake. Everybody out here a fake prophet, a fake psychic. We just gonna blame all Latino people. Like y'all getting disrespectful, and it's just like you wonder why or how a civil war even starts. And it's like I see the makings of it right now. And I'm just like, how is this energy any better than when whites are looking at black people like, see, y'all niggers, y'all, this is how they move. And like, how is that any better? Again, lead with love. Lead with love. Lead with love. Fuck all that other bullshit. Lead with love. Whether you got the result that you wanted or not, I'm here to say, everybody calm the fuck down. The results are not what the results are going to be. Calm the fuck down. Let shit play the fuck out. There's a lot of astrology transits that are happening. It's a lot of power plays that are happening because Pluto was doing a bunch of devious shit in the background. So we're not going to know what the fuck shit is possibly until the end of the month, if not before inauguration. It just is what it is. But it's a lot of other shocking developments that's going to happen. So just chill the fuck out. Nobody knows what the fuck shit is right now because either shit is being rigged or motherfuckers doing diabolical dumb shit in the background. But all of that coming for races and just being disrespectful to groups of people, whether you're talking about a race or talking about just being disrespectful to any other communities of people, it's not helping. It's not helping. And I don't like to see shit like that because I pride myself on being a humanitarian, and I do not like seeing people just put down other groups of people for no fucking reason like that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because like I said, a lot of this shit is performatism anyways. It's performatism anyways. You only give a fuck when it's time for elections, and then you only give a fuck during the big election. You don't give a fuck when it's time for the small city council and mayor and all of the other shit that leads up to end up being a big election, but you don't care about the other shit that could affect the day-to-day. Y'all care when it's time to care because the whole world is caring at once. But aside from that, y'all go right back to your regular lives and to act like and this is why the whole world is in shock every 4 fucking years. God damn, 2016 was supposed to wake everybody up. 2020 was supposed to force everybody's eyes open. Ain't no fucking reason why in 2024 we should still be here. Everything ain't that rich man's fault. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but everything is not that one man's fault when it took millions of men and women to vote him in. But that's a conversation for another day, child. That's why I don't get wrapped up in this whole game within a game, show within a show, Matrix, Truman Show, whatever the fuck you want to call this shit. Y'all can have it. I'm just here to tell my people that's on my channel, protect your energy. Protect your energy, both the energy you receive and that you give out. Okay? And lead with love. Lead with kindness. Understand that it's a shit show going on. And just sit back with your popcorn because you're going to be fine. Focus on your divine mission and your divine calling. Bitch, you will be fine. Trust me when I tell you will be fine. Focus on your divine mission and what you got to do. Because either way, the same shit going to happen regardless of who is the face, the character, the puppet that's up on set. The same shit going to happen. We still going to war. Alien discourse is still happening. It's still going to be a race between humans and robots. Like it's certain, it's still going like, But that's it, y'all. That's it. We got Trump for now. Don't be surprised if it's a power grab, power still. Trump and Biden need to both watch out for their health because it's not looking good for these next 2 weeks, especially around the full moon and the transits that's going on. It's not looking good. Shouldn't be flying. Don't be surprised if Biden steps down and Kamala has to officially step up as president and she actively becomes the 47th president, and then Trump becomes the 48th. Like, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Because right now it's surprising times. I said we was going to be here longer. We've been here 45 minutes. Girl, let me stop talking. I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh my God. Y'all so disrespectful. It's not even funny. It really just saddens me.